Now, we have learned that while in Washington state, Caleb Cole had his gun seized. Again, Cole is the suspected leader of the Atomwaffen division in Washington state. Police took 5 military-style rifles, 3 pistols, and some gun parts. They were seized under Washington's red flag laws. 17 states and District of Columbia have passed some type of red flag law, and 4 other states are considering it. To help us understand the red flag laws in Washington, we have here with us Chris Ingalls. He's with our sister station in Seattle and has been following this case closely. Hi, Chris.
How you doing? Good afternoon to you.
And thanks for joining us. So right now, Texas does not have any red flag laws, and I understand this is the first time it's being used in Washington. Is that right?
Well, it's actually the first time it's been used in the case of a admitted white supremacist, which we have here in Caleb Cole. So it's actually been used quite often in cases like suicides, let's say, where somebody is suicidal and the police come and take their guns, and then the court orders that the guns be kept for a period of time. But this was the first time where the FBI came to local authorities and said, hey, we're worried about this guy. They convinced a judge that Caleb Cole was a significant risk to public safety, and they took his guns using the red flag law.
So for anyone watching that may not be clear with what the red flag law does, can you explain that for our viewers?
Yeah, commonly in a criminal case, when there's a criminal charge filed, a judge will tell the defendant, you're not allowed to possess weapons while this case proceeds. In this case, a red flag law is a civil case, and there's a civil order, so there's no crime charge. But what the authorities have to convince the judge is that this person is such a significant threat to themselves or to other people that we're going to take their guns for a limited period of time while we sort all this out. And that's what a red flag law is. It's a civil order to surrender weapons.
So if somebody feels that a specific person could be a threat to the public, what kind of, I would say, proof or some sort of documentation has to be provided to judges? You know, how do they get that process going?
Yeah, that's a key point with the red flag law, and that's what makes it controversial. Of course, taking away somebody's Second Amendment right to bear arms is a big deal. So authorities do have to come in with proof. And in the case of Caleb Cole, he was an admitted member of Atomwaffen. He was running firearms training camps called hate camps here in Washington. And he was really part of pushing this ideology and this race war theory forward. And that was enough to convince the judge to take away those firearms you mentioned.
Okay, very good. Chris Ingalls with our sister station in Seattle. Thank you so much for taking time to help us get a better understanding of this law.